Hello and welcome to the next episode. This is our series which is all about this leg room and of course my life. Now we have quite a fun upload today. I say fun, the series is disaster and it is going to go wrong. We want to and are going to try and get a 3 base plate wide Batman artwork for Gotham City up on the wall. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to end out, but before we cause chaos over there, let's play catch up of what we've done over the last couple of episodes. We have got the Gotham City street all in, all the modulars in, I put the row plates in front of it. All of that now has to move because of the brick dust that is obviously going to be happening. In the corner, we have put the Batman shadow box, and then we've got the Joker bit in there. This is now a dumping table. This is going to be Ninjago, because I fell through the table. And then over this side, it is all of our Marvel sort of superhero section, minus that massive turbine. Now, this will basically be completed quite quickly once I get the tiles and the base plates delivered, so that's all good to go. We have also got some storage underneath for all of the Star Wars bits and pieces, so we're basically waiting for a trip to go to IKEA to get a few more of those, and then we can attack that. This side of the theme park is all of our mythical bits and pieces, so once this project is up and done, I can carry on with this, and that will involve getting this placed, well, somewhere behind one of the tables. That's a completely different worry for a different day. So, focus point of today is to complete Gotham, tidy it all up, get the vehicles in there, or get the minifigures in there, and just have a full-blown sort of Batman, sort of DC upload. And then if we've got time, we might have a bit of a play with the Marvel side as well. So now we have caught up, I better get going. So we have got a lot to do with regards to moving stuff without actually breaking anything. So it's always easier said than done. I'll put you on a time lapse to get the stuff out, and then we'll put it back in later on, not on a time lapse, because I might put some of the modulars in a slightly different order. Now I've made a bit of a schoolboy error. I have kind of done this the wrong way, because I brought this up ready to do another upload, and then thought about putting that up and the brick dust that it's going to create, and now I've used all the table space. So not my finest moment, so I will have to sort of push some of this out the way, but fingers crossed we'll be able to fit all the modulars on there, get the row plates up. I don't think I'm going to have to move the Joker Manor or the shadow box, so we should be good with that. Then it's going to be a case of tape measure out, mark it up on the wall, hope it's level. Yeah, he says, and then get it up on the wall without it breaking. Now I've got two big concerns, all jokes aside. The wall is wonky, so it might not be level, which is fine, but this set looks like it's bowing like a banana away from the wall. So I have a problem if I screw it in wrong and can't catch the screw hole. So I'm going to have to think about what I can do with that. I don't know if I can just lie it on its back for a little bit and then just push it all back in. It's just where the two bits attached, and on one side it's just, nothing's come away at the back, it's just there's a lot of base plates and they just seem not to be perfectly straight, which, while it's like that, is not a problem whatsoever. It looks absolutely perfect, but when you're putting it up onto a wall with bricks that really aren't level, this really seriously could go wrong, which is going to be such a nightmare, because this has all been painted in the last couple of uploads. We've done it already for this Batman set to basically arrive, and we want to get it up. Once it's up, we can then see if we're going to add any yellow. I do actually, thinking about it, have some more yellow, thanks to Jay's Toy Collection UK, to get behind that shadow box, because the piece wasn't big enough and that thing is so big. Tiles are down ready for that, so we can add some minifigures onto that later on. So enough of the delay tactics. You can tell that I am really not looking forward to doing this. But I've got the drill at the ready, I've got the screws at the ready, I've got the wall plugs at the ready, I've got a hammer at the ready, so that's fine. But first thing first, time lapse for you, and I've got to move all of these modulars, and I've also got to move the modulars around that set, because I can't pick that set up and put it anywhere, because I just currently don't have the space. So in case you missed the two-part special, this is all of the modulars that we've just moved. And of course, we've got the one in the corner, which is the Jazz Club. Now, the reason why I'm holding on to the roof is there is a massive hatch. And it's right where the loft ladders are. That is exactly where I have to stand. So I basically got to stand over the hatch, obviously. And this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky, because I now need to climb up onto that callax, and start measuring and drilling. Now, that should be okay. But I've got a slight worry, because obviously the last time I did something like this for a long period of time, I actually fell through one, which is always exciting. That was a table, so we got Dudley, Devon got one, and I went straight through it. Thanks to, again, Jay's Toy Collection UK. But that is the plan of attack. Now I need to spin that round, have a look at the back of it and see exactly what's what. But I've got to stand over that hatch, and Pumpkin, who is in basically the only spot that I can normally put my foot. But if we do that and get that there, let me spin one of these lights. There we go. Lights onto the wall. Yeah. So we have got to measure there all the way across onto the other side from basically a point, and we need to get it into the middle and we need to get it dropped down, and it should be okay, he says. Well, it's going in that. The awkward thing is that I measured it from that line, but that line isn't where obviously the screw holes are. The screw, that's basically where the Batman is. So I now need to get a tape measure, measure from that line, which is the top of the Batman, down to where those holes are, and then work out the width of it from the middle, either side, mark it with a bit of blue tack, do a dummy run to make sure it is right, maybe string, use a bit more string, bits of arts and crafts, and then start to drill, because obviously, if I drill it in the wrong place, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Now it has to be in the brick, obviously. It can't be in the joins, so it might be a little bit higher than that line. It can't really be any lower than that line, because where we want to put the minifigures, on the minifigure stand on top of maybe the Natural History Museum roof, because the minifigures at the moment are at the bottom of it. So that should be good fun. But I'm now going to figure out how to do it, put you to a time lapse when I'm doing it, and basically just hope for the best. Right, I've spun the thing around. I have a little bit of an idea, so we'll just do this together, I think, because it should be good fun. But I want to see if this is the fattest head I can actually put in, because obviously you don't want it wobbling around, you don't want it too skinny, but what I don't want to do is put the wrong screw in and then not be able to do it. So this bin up, yes. There you go, that is not coming out of that, not coming out of that at all. So I physically don't think I can get a wider screw than that. So that can go in there. Just make sure that I've got two of the same. Yep, that one goes in that hole perfect. That's not a problem. Let's see if we can get it in on this one. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that's not very good. Oh dear, 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 dear. What's gone wrong with this? Why is there a piece there? What is that? Well, that has not gone well. Right, I have just had a little fiddle. Now, I think it's nothing to do with the bit at the back. It's actually the bit at the front. So I've actually just pushed the screw to see what would fall out. And I didn't realise the camera was not on, which is a schoolboy error. So let's have a look at what's actually just fallen off. So what piece is it? Whatever that bit is. So I did the unboxing video yesterday. So potentially what I've done is I've actually put this in wrong by a stud. What is it? It's that part of the building. So that something on there might not be built correct, because now that will go in and it will hold. So that will go straight up on that one. And obviously there's a piece there, because you touch the back of that and it's there, so that's locked in. Let me do the same thing with this screw, again, just to double check. Yep. And, well, yes. So, I'll spin that round now, put that back on, make sure that it's all okay. We'll blame Jay, he's not here to defend himself, but he was project manager for this, so why not? He's not here to defend himself, so check out Jay's Toy Collection UK for this in 6-inch scale. Incredible. And he's just done a Mondo video as well of all the animated series and the other collection of X-Men and things like that. So he's been linked in the description, so hunt all of that down. I will mess around with this. I'm going to take my time with it rather than have it on camera, because it could take a while, because obviously I don't want this to go wrong. Right, I think problem is solved, he says. So for whatever reason, this piece here, it just wasn't liking this bit. So I don't know if there was something missing on that, or what it was to do with, or whatnot. It is like that in the instruction booklet. It has been moved a couple of times, and obviously I've carried it up the loft ladders, so something might have twisted. But all I've done is I've just took this piece off, put 2 of these smaller square pieces on, and then now that gives us just that sort of gap away where that screw now, look, is completely in. So I hold the screw and tip you up. That is fully in, and that's all it was. So it's just a little bit too close. So it's still got a bit of a lip, but I don't know if it was just missing a square and I could have just kept that bit on, but I think it was actually hitting that bit. So for whatever reason, if you're having the same problem, then obviously that's the easiest solution. If I put it up on the wall and it pings back off again, all I've got to do is just add another square and push it back on, and it would be absolutely fine. So if I did that, I think it would then just be completely level, and you wouldn't know anyway. But like I said, I've got this massive gap to my left hand side. If this drops, it's never been rebuilt, because you're never going to find the pieces again. So if it smashes, we're absolutely screwed. So it's just got to be done right. That is the thing, it just needs to be done correctly. So talking of doing things right, I now need to measure from the top of the B to the center of that, well, to where basically the screw hole is. So if I put you here, we might as well just do this together now, and it is just going to be a bodge DIY, can we get the Batman thing up on the wall without breaking it video, as I get tangled in the string cord, which is not exactly what you want to happen, because if that catches this and I turn the light off, it will pull this off. Don't forget, there are pieces that are meant to come off the front of this, so you still have to be careful spinning it around. They do pop on, they do clip on, and it is all okay, but at the same time, don't want anything to come off. So let's just triple check that we've done that. That's all the way in, and we're in on that one, all the way in, and we're now in on that one, and nothing is pinged off the front. Fantastic. Right, let's see if we can measure this properly from the back of the screw holes. And I've got the screws there ready, so fingers crossed we should be okay. Now I'm assuming that the B, A, T, M, A and N, obviously Batman, is all level. Do I just go from the middle? Let's have a look. So 10 inches, is it 10 inches? 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches. So we can go by 10 inches. If we went by 9.5, I don't, 9.5, I think we would miss. So 10 inches is what we need. Ah dear, so 10 inches down from the string, and then we just count the bricks in. Right, let's get the line first. 10 inches down. We'll worry about the actual gap between the two once we've got the one in, because that won't be too difficult. So 10 inches down from there. Is it on a bit of brick? Yes, it is. Living the dream. So 10 inches is there. So I've put a little bit of a white bit on there. So that's our 10 inches. I've had time to think about it. And the easiest way of me doing it is just basically marking from the one screw hole, mark it, drill it, go across the exact same gap as obviously the set, and go from there. Luckily for me, the actual bricks are 20 in total. So I've just come 10 bricks in from the one side, mark it from there, and then it should be smack in the middle of the wall. And we know how low we're going to go down. So I have my point on the wall already. So I am now just going to screw that in, or drill it in, then screw it, then mark the next one, do the same thing, prop it on, and then just basically go from there. I think that'd be the easiest thing of doing. So I can't mark it all the way around. I need two people basically. So I just do it like this by myself. It's the wrong way around of doing it, I know, but it's going to be up and it should be okay. So like I said, I've gone down from the string to the row of bricks. The row of bricks I've got are 20 bricks wide, 10 in from the right hand side, center of that brick, mark the next one, come in from the other bit, and then the top of the Batman should be there or thereabouts by the string. And obviously the bricks aren't perfectly level anyway, so it'll look nice when it's up, as long as it doesn't fall off. So let me get the first screw hole in, and then we'll see where we're at. Right, first hole has been made, the screw is in. Now if I angle you, you might be a little bit too close, but fingers crossed. Now what I've done, I've popped the thing off the front, just to make it a little bit easier so I can actually see where it goes. There it is, and you're in. That's it, simple as that. So if I can just do the same thing again. Oh, look at that. Right on the string where it should be. Right, let's place you just down there. Let's see how far apart these two are, shall we? So, middle there. To the middle there is 17 inches. So I've got to measure 17 inches across. Get it smack in the middle of that brick. And then we should be good to go. Now I've got the screw just here, so let's see if I can... This is where it gets a little bit tricky now, because I'm standing over the hatch. So this is going to get emotional. So 17, where it needs to be. So I will do my best to get this one in now. He says, without nearly dying. So there's... You can't really see much from where you are, but I can't hold you and move you, so we'll give it a go, see what we can do, and basically just hope I don't fall through the loft hatch like that. Look, there we go. And probably more importantly, get the thing actually level. So where is my mark? There's my mark. Let me just triple check. That is the one. 17, yes. Right, there was a lot of swearing involved in that, hence why the camera got turned off. We're not a time lapse, so I can't just take it out. There have been plenty of beeping. I was full weight behind the drill, hands free, like that, so you can fully well imagine. Didn't particularly want to fall through, but it's not something you guys and girls need to see. So hopefully this one will just plonk straight in, he says, and then we might be okay. So let's give it a whirl. Right, let's see what that does. That is in. Get them out of the way. Moment of truth. You're where you are. I'm not moving you. I've got to spin this round. I've taken the front of the other one off. Whew. I just hope I've done it half decent, to be honest. It would be nice. But look, I'm stuck. Oh, nearly fell. Right. So we are there. And there. Oh, we're off. Oh, we're off by like half a screw head. Oh, you're kidding. What a shame. Literally half a screw we're off by. What I should have done is just drilled straight through the set. That could not have been any closer if it tried. Right, let's put you back down and hope for the best. Now, in case you are wondering, I'm trying to get this over the Gotham City level, not smack in the middle of the wall. So it might be off centre if we look at it from an angle, but when it's with all the other bits and pieces, so I want them quite close together. And I had no other choice because the brick's too soft if I came in that way anymore. So I physically can't come over that way anymore with the height of the set. I could go up a brick higher and come across a little bit more, but it's just too soft. So it might look a little bit weird, but I've had no other choice. So I can measure and count the bricks, but we'll see what it looks like. I think it'll look nice anyway. It's not going to be perfect to the actual center, but it'll be over the Gotham display all going well. Now, with that being said, I've actually got to make sure it actually fits and goes on. Now, keep everything crossed. Keep everything crossed, because I really do hope that this will just go on. It's getting quite difficult to reach now, so we're over the one. We're over the second one. We're level with the second one. Can that piece come off? There you go. It's on. It's not in the right bit though. It's in, but we're still struggling. This camera break. I am honestly going to break my neck doing this. Right, can I get that peg out the way? Get that up. Push that back. There we go. In. Done. Done. Level across the top. It's not perfect, but I've got no choice because it's the hardest brick I could go into. That is what that looks like. Not bad, not bad. Yes, all right, it's off, I don't care. There's nothing I can do with that unless we raised it up. But I think the gappage, that should be okay. But that is what that looks like. So fingers crossed, we like that. And actually quite like the fact that the bat wing is smack in the middle, and then this is just off to the one side. Like I said, I can't do anything about it. Some of these bricks are extremely soft, and a lot of the bricks do this. So it might not be coming through in the camera very well, but well, can you see that? Yeah. So I can't really do that. So I just basically had to get it as close to the middle as I could. But hopefully that's okay. Now the next thing is, can I repair it? Now I like the fact that it's actually level. We've got it level with the string, so we've done something right. So the Batman, that is, I got a spirit level on that. I think that'd be quite, I'm quite chuffed at that. That'd be quite close. Now, before we get carried away, is it safe? Has anything cracked off? Let me get some more lights on here first. Let me spin. Oh, wrong way. That round, that round. I'm going to need to clean the bottom. How far away are we from the wall? Oh, we're not, we're touching. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that is snug to there. Snug to there as well. I don't know how you can make that easy for yourself, unless you can get yourself, make like a pilot hole with a smaller drill bit. So if you obviously just get measure the first one where you want to go, take that panel off, get your drill with a tiny bit and go through it, so you don't obviously cheese grate the actual Lego Technic piece. Take it back off, then you've already got it marked. Then that would have been the easiest thing to do, but I didn't have a bit small enough up here. I've got them elsewhere, but I didn't think about it until I'd done it. So possibly that bit would have gone through and I could have just marked it a little bit easier, but we got it level, so that's all right. So not too bad. So I'm going to grab myself a drink, come back up and make sure I am happy with that. I can't move it anyway. I can only move it up. Now I've got to clean the wall off. And put these pieces back. Now I just hope, yeah, we should be fine. We will clear that because it's not as deep as what it was, and we're just slightly above that string anyway. So yeah, we're level with the screws basically, which is exactly where I wanted it to be, which should then mean we should be able to get the minifigures on this and get that back up. But I will grab a drink now and then we'll clean it up and put it all back. Right, so I have just put all those bits and pieces back on. Now I actually had to add in another little stud for this side because I think How it went on the first time, and I said it's not quite on, and it went sort of between the plastic bit, which I didn't like because it looked like it was putting too much strain on the Technic piece, is probably how it's supposed to go to get the screw flush. But it just didn't seem to me that it was going to take the weight easy enough or not damage it. But then don't forget, I'm not putting it against a flat wall. If this was obviously boarded, I think you'd have been absolutely fine, because you wouldn't have that little bit of play at the bottom where it then starts to rock against the wall. As it happens, quite lucky that the base on the bottom, both sides, is completely flush, and it is flush behind there and behind there. But what I'm trying to get at is that if you do it how I've done it, and you want to put it all the way through and hook it over, like you tend to do, that's how I tend to do a lot of the bits and pieces, you will need a stud to bring it forward. So put 2 studs on the back of that one just to bring it out. You can notice, because obviously everything's layered, and I've done the same thing on that as well, and nothing else is off, so everything else is fully attached. So the next plan of attack is to get the sets in. Now potentially over a long period of time we might move it over to the left hand side ever so slightly, so it's over in between the calyx, rather than trying to get it in the center of the wall, because I think we can go over that way a little bit. We can raise it up, but as it stands right now, it's on and it looks quite nice. So I quite like the fact that it's off center to the batwing, so the batwing's smack in the middle of the wall, then it's stepped over to the left. Potentially should have stepped it over a little bit more to the left, so it didn't look like it was just off from the center. But again, I can't do much about it with regards to the bricks. If I get more artwork, I will move it over to the left hand side and then get some maybe either Superman or Jim Lee bits and have them on the right hand side. So we'll have the Batman Gotham smack in the middle of the Gotham, and then where we've got sort of like the Batcave / theme park bit, that could be a different bit of artwork. But for now it's up, and we'll just enjoy it for a little bit, and then we'll make another disaster episode and get it up on that. But let us know what you think. Hopefully it looks all right. Hopefully it looks okay. So let's plonk you back down, and we'll start to put all of these pieces back in. Now, what did we start with? We started on the far corner where the drill and everything is. So we need to move all of this, move all the hammers, all the drills, get all of these bits and pieces out the way. Actually, I'll put you up there. That might be a bit of, not that it's going to make much of a difference, but I've just got you a little bit higher. Got the instruction booklets. These things are incredible. So each bag relates to an episode. Each episode is then on there. I need to plonk that back on, which is the Riddler piece. That is the final bit to add. Happy days, happy days, happy days, happy days. Right, first thing to go on is the palace. So let's get the palace back on. Let's see what this looks like. I'm just hoping that when the modulars go back in, this is so dangerous. Oh, when the modulars go back on, it will start to look quite nice. So we'll get them in rough and I'll push them over as we go. I think I put a. I think they came off. I don't know. No, they didn't. I've mixed them up. Don't know if we would have had red with red, but we'll get the two dangerous ones out the way, and then we'll go from there. That doesn't look too bad actually. Did we go museum next? Yeah, I think we did. Museum, police station, bank. Or should we go police station, museum, pet shop, bank? Let's try that. I do like, I've said this before, I do like the police station with the sort of violet-y purple next to that yellow. And obviously it's Poison Ivy's thing just there, and that does look very, very smart indeed. So I think that looks quite nice with those going in. So hopefully, in fact, let's get you over. Let's get you over a little bit closer. We'll put you there for now and see what that looks like. Yeah. No, I am happy with that. because the museum is exactly where I was hoping it to be. Now, obviously, we've got the museum underneath the museum, but there is potential that this could go here and this moves over because it goes museum, police station, and then we have got poison ivy, so we could actually have a run of them. The only thing is the palace would go the other side, because the next thing to go in is the pet shop, which is obviously Easter egg to the pet. Then the bank. Where is the bank on this? Very good question. Yeah, the bank would be the only one that's out of place, but it's only supposed to be little Easter eggs and a little bit of fun, isn't it? So I think we'll get away with that. And obviously this far corner, so this corner is all to do here. Obviously the Joker bit, the Joker Funland, we're not putting that over there because we know that that doesn't work and doesn't look nice. But I think that is possibly the better. No, that'll work. No, that'll work. Might sort the museum and the police station around just so it is how it is on the wall. But I don't really want a corner unit not at the corner. It does create like it does create something completely different, but we won't have the space. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll do it in the exact order, minus the bank, I think. Let's see what we can do with that. So we will change it up ever so slightly. So that does involve me doing this and being stupid. So that comes over. That comes over. That comes out. Yeah. That goes there. That goes there. Like so. Then it's the museum, which could work. This light switch is not annoying at all. There goes that. And that is what those four look like. You can't really tell, to be honest. I think we'll keep it like that. Because you've got Poison Ivy and the Jazz Club, Ace Chemicals and Poison Ivy there. Corner unit, straight into the museum, Gotham Police Station, directly underneath Gotham Police Station. And then we have got the courthouse. So underneath the pet, we'll have the pet. And then after the picture finishes, we'll have the bank, I think. He says. I don't know if the pet will work as a run. I don't know whether to put the pet at the start next to the jazz and just, I don't know. It's a bit of an odd looking thing, but we might get away with it. Right, I've made a schoolboy error already because I now need to move every single, oh my days. Not good. I need to move every single one of these over. So we've not lost any space putting that corner unit where it is, so we're good with that. Alright, happy days. That there. Move that. Pick this up, put that back down. Yeah, so it just overhangs just overhangs that run, which is nice. No, the pet shop works nicely with the bank actually. So that is the row. I think that works. I've not had it like that before, so I don't think it looks too bad. It's like you can actually see the front of it. It's not hiding anything, so you can see all of that nicely. Obviously, the museum, we are getting there. Just got to basically get the internals in. I've got to build the roof, so we're not too far away from that being complete. And then I can obviously put the minifigures underneath. Now, talking of minifigures, where are they? There they are. Batman's just gone for a tumble. So let's put you down there. Batman back on here. There we go. So they are very, very close to the bottom of that frame. So if we got more of them, that'd be ideal. Obviously, like I said, it's going to go in the museum, I think. But that looks quite nice. Now, I need to get the road plates back. That is what is missing. Looking at that going, why is that so green? There are no road plates on it. So, let's get all of these back over. And then I can bring the modulars forwards. And then we should be okay. Yes. All right. That one is there. That one is 2. Move that for 3.5. Yes. Right. We are. Why are we missing some? There they are. I got too excited. I threw them out the way. That there. That there. Bring that one forward. And bring that one forward. Right, that is, as it stands, all of those base plates that I've got. That one will need to be added, so I've got the tiles to do that one, so I can have a play with that one later on. But that is what that looks like, and I think it looks okay. Hopefully you guys and girls agree, but I think it looks all right. And then obviously we've got the bat wing up at the top. As you take a step back, that is what that is looking like so far. So yes, Gotham smack in the middle of Gotham. Yeah, can't really complain with that. You've got the police with the police. Very, very similar buildings actually, aren't they? So you've got that modular there, directly behind it. With just how they've got almost the yellow pieces on the side, which I assume was going to be almost lighting, is very, very similar texture to what they've done on the side of that building. And again, with the museum, you've got these pillars at the front, with the door in the middle, and the big window over the top with the archway. And that's what you've got at the bottom just there. Obviously, the palace just happens to be a corner unit to the cinema, as is that. And then, obviously, the poison ivy thing, again, that's not too far off either, with regards to what that looks like. And then you've got that bit up there. But yes, I know there's a Lego ideas of basically like a greenhouse type thing, isn't there? So that will be added in somewhere. One of these will have to get pulled out. So I think what we'll try and do is we'll try and... Oh, just put a hole in my trousers. That's how sharp that bit is as well. So top tip, don't be an idiot. I think what we'll do is this Kallax, we'll try and get as close to that bit of artwork as possible. And then this table will be another add-on for like a DC thing. So we'll do a full wrap round. So we'll have almost like a Gotham strip. The theme park bit, where we've got obviously the Joker Manor, or Wayne Manor, or whatever you want to call it. And then we'll try and get Arkham Asylum in there. And then obviously we've got the Shadow Box. And then this piece, this table, will then become over a long period of time expansion with regards to other little sets that you can get. There is other bits and pieces available from DC, and hopefully there'll be more of them coming forward. Now, I want to try and get some bits and pieces added to this. I need to get all the minifigures. I want to add the cars. I want to try and get those bits sorted with the yellow at the background. And then I just want to start giving that a little bit of a tidy. And then what I'll do is I'll see how long this video's been. And then see if we turn our attentions to this side. Yes, I know it fell off. It's back up again now. I need to figure out a way of how to get that up better. That is literally pinned with a screw at the moment. I might tweak it where I've got another Technic piece underneath it so it's on, and I would like another one on the other side, but the second those vehicles start to go on, it does look great. But of course there's a single piece that is just pinned off and it's gone behind the table. Didn't land on the table, no, behind the table. So I am going to have a bit of a play with these bits and pieces. Like I said, I've just started to get all the minifigures in front. I've started to sort of have a bit of an organised, because each section, as I said, will be done and will be finished. Now, before I commit to saying that we're going to do the Marvel within this upload, I'm going to spend the rest of the evening actually editing what we've done already together, so I know how long it is. It feels like I've been up here forever, but I don't know how long we've been actually going for, because there's already stuff on the memory card, so I can't quite figure it out. But if we've only got time to do the Gotham, hopefully we're good so far with regards to the progress that we've made. Now those buildings are in and those other bits and pieces are up on there, I'm actually quite happy with that a little bit more now. So I was a bit concerned when it went up. I was like, oh, does it look stupid? Does it not? But no, I think it looks fine. And with regards to the screws, I think they will work really, really well. Of course, we can now have the Batwing on that screw if we want to, and angle that and have a different vehicle up top. But the tumbler on the wall makes sense because it climbs up. Not too sure what else can go on the wall. We've got the Batman 66 and we've got the 89. Now, of course, there are rumours that they are going to be doing an animated Batmobile. And if that is the case, that's where that'll go, I think, because that'd be quite cool. Because as it stands right now, we've got the 89, the Tumbler, and then obviously we've got the animated series. So it would be nice maybe to have a different representation up on the wall. But I just don't know if the Batman vehicle would make sense. There's definitely no point having that one up on there. And then we would be left with the 89 vehicles over on there. We shall see. We shall see. But the Tumbler will stay there, I think. I think that looks really nice, unless I can figure out a slightly different place to put it. Maybe I could put it up on the orange, because it does need to be climbing up places. So like I said, I'm going to have a little bit of a play and a sort out of different bits and pieces now. I've sort of kind of caught up with what I wanted to do. I have added in the Gotham PD light on the top, because don't forget, again, you've got the Gotham PD light up there for the Batman symbol, and obviously that is what that is. And this does glow in the dark. See? Check that out. So hopefully that's coming through okay. So that bit does glow in the dark. The Batman! Does the Batman? No. Like I say, the Batman glows in the dark. There's no way that glows in the dark, surely. I can see it, but I don't think you can. No, I think it's just more the light coming through. That's definitely glow in the dark. You'll be able to see that coming through there, just about. But I don't think you can see that. So, oh, that threw me there. I was going to say, wow, if that glows, that'd be amazing, but I don't think it does. But yeah, that is a glow in the dark light. So obviously you can see that. There's no glow in the dark bits and pieces on there. So again, bit of a tinker for me, and I'll catch back with you in a minute, or tomorrow. So I have put all the video files together and it is already quite long. So with that being said, I think what we'll do is we'll do a DC versus Marvel update in a separate video where we start to add all the minifigures and sort of start to tidy everything back up, because it's got quite messy quite quick, like it always does. But that does mean I can get this video uploaded quite quickly. So fingers crossed, you'll be watching this on April the 6th, which is WrestleMania weekend. So that should be very interesting. As long as I go to bed very, very, very late tonight, that might be a thing. So it does mean that this is just going to be a standard upload for the Batman artwork. So in the comment section below, guys, let us know what you think of this. Hopefully you have enjoyed me making an absolute meal of getting it up on the wall. And hopefully if you have watched all of it, you might have a better understanding of how easy it is to put on the wall. But don't forget, obviously, you've got the Technic pieces on the back of it for it to stand up. I have done a full unboxing and detailed video of this already. That was the video which is now technically going to be before this one. So there's lots and lots of hidden Easter eggs within that set, and it is a beautiful, beautiful looking thing. This has now been up a couple of hours and it has not fallen off. So fingers crossed, that is all good. And then what we'll carry on with, we'll get the vehicles back up and we'll see what we can do with making that wall a bit more of a display, and then we'll try and do the same thing on that side. But If you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, comments below what you think of it. Have I made the right decision putting the modulars that way as well? And what minifigure would you put outside each modular? But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care and I'll see you next one. Ta-da.